What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Morrissey, and we're back for another tune from the era of the 1991 album Kill Uncle. Thank you, as always, to Seb. And this one is a B-side, one of two B-sides for the Pregnant for the Last Time non-album single, and it's Skin Storm. It's an interesting phrase. There's a certain intensity to it, though I don't quite know why. Obviously, both of the words independently are clear enough. Putting them together, I don't know, a flurry of skin, perhaps some form of, a maelstrom of naked behavior. I don't know. I guess it could be a synonym or, let's say, a euphemism for sex, a skin storm. Though beyond that possibility, I don't really know what to do with it. I will try to follow along and see what I can determine or decipher. This is Morrissey. The song is Skin Storm, and it's a non-album single, or rather, it's the B-side for the non-album single Pregnant for the Last Time.
Delight, see our faces are both shining, and I've never felt so wanted than when you cling with arms endless. I tremble, you crush my burning lips like ashes, with so much skin to travel over, while my head spins and you know it would. And what is stone? And what is stone? We shelter in our skin storm. I feel your breath burn on my body. You touch my senses tingling brightly, slip and sliding into heaven. Love could be a wonderful emotion, with such a rush of pleasure motion, when I'm dancing on our skin. And what is stone? And what is stone? We shelter in our skin storm. What is stone? And what is stone? We shelter in our skin storm.
I think I was onto something with my thoughts about the title. I do think we're talking about physical intimacy and sex here, and a number of the lines, if not say that outright, certainly allude to it. I will say, though, I like the phrasing of let's shelter in our skin storm, because normally the phrasing is take shelter from the storm, the idea of finding a way to avoid the storm or to avoid its worse violence or its worst violence. But here the idea is like the storm of their touches and warm breaths and pleasurable movements and so on is itself shelter from everything that's in the outside world. And I think there's a reference here to like a nice emotion, but perhaps also there could be a meaning here that like in those moments and experiences of physical intimacy, even someone like Morrissey or the narrators that Morrissey embodies in his songs can actually find some refuge or shelter from the complicated and often melancholy, like miserable, painful world of emotions and relationships and so on. So, yeah, I do wonder if there's nuance to this that I didn't pick up, but again, it seems to be pretty clearly about the physicality of people who are amorous in a more immediate physical sense. So, yeah, I do enjoy the like very Smith style sonics. Fair to say, you could feel this being a Smith tune pretty easily. And though that has been the case with some of the solo Morrissey stuff, not all of it. There's been other tunes where it's like, oh, this sounds quite different from a lot of the Smiths material. And even then, of course, the final Smiths album didn't quite sound like a lot what came before it. So I get these are, sort of loose and fluid categories, but this one definitely had more of a like, classic Smith sound to it, to my ears and brain anyway. In any case, a fun little tune, a shorter one. I want to say like 2.5, 3 minutes. Yeah, just about between those two. So, yeah, a shorter tune, but it makes sense. It's a B-side, but I think a nice little B-side. So once again, there's another B-side from the, what is it, the last time, I'm forgetting the phrasing, last time being pregnant, what is it? Oh, pregnant for the last time. I had the concept right, but I mixed up the words. But yeah, there's one more B-side, and as I just looked at it, yeah, it's a live version. It's Cosmic Dancer Live. So we'll look forward to a live performance from Morrissey next time. Once again, big shout out to Seb, and I will see you then. Peace.